YouTube. So I had promised y'all that I was here to help y'all learn about tarot the way that I wish I could have learned about tarot. So basically for me, the one thing that I really messed up with was trying to... I have so many cats in this video and they just won't go. I was trying to make the book meanings stick to the cards and was getting aggravated when those meanings just very rarely, if ever, popped up when I actually read the cards. The card meanings kept changing and I couldn't understand it, and it just was aggravating. Fast forward, and I found out that I was an intuitive reader. I'm not going to tell y'all not to read books. And in fact, I do encourage you. I've already recommended some, and I will recommend more in the future. Just don't expect the books to be the only meanings that you find with your cards. And so for today's lesson, I am going to tackle the major arcana and how I see these cards by themselves and the ways that they might change with other cards. So without further ado, these are in order. So we're going to start with the Fool. The Fool is numbered 0 and can come up anywhere in the major arcana without changing things because it is 0. Most people stick with the Fool as the start and the end of a cycle. See the 0 I just made. Keep that in mind. The Fool, he has no worries, no fears. He's on an adventure. He's got his puppy. He's happy. He's so confident in himself and what he's doing that he's not aware of the fact that he's coming to a precipice here that he could very well fall off. I don't feel like this is a major fall. I feel like it would be just a little trip in his step, and that would be it. I do not see this as disaster. Instead, I do see this as a new beginning. That leap of faith that you need to just do something you're afraid of doing. Trusting in yourself. That, your decisions are right. Sorry, I just went a little wonky there to move my deck. And just everything that goes along that kind of theme. If it's with other cards, of course, I would use what the other card means and then add this to it. So, like, let's say it's the 10 of Cups and this. So the 10 of Cups means abundance and a happy home and all of that. The Fool would then tell me that to get to that, you just need to take a leap of faith and trust in yourself. That's just an example, of course. We will get into it better and more in depth as we go on, but that is just an introduction to the Fool card. Next, we have the Magician, number 1. This man can bring anything and everything he wants into existence. He is the king of the law of attraction and manifestation. He has all of the elements of the tarot on his table or in his card in some way. He's got a staff, he's got a pentacle, he's got a cup, he's got a sword, he's holding a wand. This is the if you believe it, it'll happen type card. This is a fake it if you make it type card. If you believe in yourself, it'll happen. This is a different type of energy than the Fool. The Fool is telling you all you have to do is take a blind leap of faith. This is telling you all you have to do is believe. This is more for goals, in my opinion. If this pops up next to the 10 of Cups, then this would tell me that I could manifest that. I know what I need to do. Just do it. Just believe and it will happen. Next is the High Priestess. But we'll take a second real quick to say I hope you've noticed I'm not bringing in planetary alignments and assignments and all of that just yet, nor am I really getting in depth into the details in the background. I'm going to tackle that in a later, more intermediary type video. This is just an introduction, so don't expect a lot of detail just yet, okay? As I was saying, this is number 2, the High Priestess. This is for intuition, secrets, knowing things, trusting that you know them. So if you've got a gut feeling that the 10 of Cups is coming, this would be trusting that that feeling is coming, that that thing is coming, and not doubting. This is a faith card. I can't wait to get more advanced and talk about everything else in it, but just to start as a beginner reader, if this pops up, faith and intuition, secrets, but it's going to be influenced by the cards around you to tell you which it is. I promise we will tackle this in another video. This one's already going to be kind of long. Next is the Empress. Many cards depict the Empress as being pregnant because she is a fertility card. See all the new growth, the wheat, the greenery. Kitten just flopped over and knocked my card off. She is a motherly energy. She can be equivalated to, or equivocal to, Mother Earth. She's a good card to have in your reading. Growth, fertility, motherly energies. She could represent your mother if you had a good relationship with your mother. Again, the cards around you will influence it, and I'm going to do a video explaining that in depth, okay? This is just an introduction. I'm going to keep saying that because I know I'm going to get questions. Next, we have the Empress's counterpart, the Emperor. This is a more fatherly energy. Many of us, our fathers were stern. He was the disciplinarian. Mommy was who we went to with the scraped knee. Daddy is who we feared going to because he was punishment. He was that thing mommy held over your head whenever you were bad. I know many of you understand this. If it isn't your actual birth father, I'm sure there was a male influence or a stronger female influence that filled this position in your life. Again, he is fertility and growth, but he is the more fatherly side of it. He is more of like the reap what you sow card. This card is going to vary for different people. For me, I just feel very closed off from the Emperor. He's someone I am kind of afraid to see. I know I have to see him, but he is this, you've been doing wrong and you know how to fix it type card for me. He may be something different for you. I know many people, the Emperor is a very good card. I do see that he is a good card even for me, but he tends to pop up for me when I know somebody needs to be reminded of themselves. But again, that's going to be something for the more intermediary. As just an introduction, he is fertility, the male side of fertility, a reminder of a fatherly type of person in your life, and all that would bring with it. Next, we have the Hierophant. He is a priest or papal type authority with two monk type people in front of him that he is blessing. He's got keys at his feet for unlocking knowledge. So this is a spiritual card in the form of a religion or a religion type of setting. So if you go to church, a priest, I'm trying to think of another way to explain this if you're not religious. If you're not religious, then this would be any spiritual path that you follow that has structure to it. That's the best way I can explain it. This may be a need to take things to your God. There you go. That's a good way to put it. For Catholics, this would be the Pope. The Pope is the intermediary to God in the Catholic religion. If your religion has something equivalent to that, there you go. That's the best way to explain it. If you are not religious, then however you approach your higher power, that is what this card would be. So this would be telling you to bring the higher power more into your life. Okay? I hope that makes sense. We'll tackle more in the intermediary. Next, we have the Lovers. If you notice, he is entranced with her. She is entranced with this angel. So this could be many things. Lovers generally is just what it says, love. This could be for a person, place, thing. This could be needing to find your love of a higher power. This could be awareness of a higher power. This could be unrequited love in the way that he looks at her, but she's not focused on him. There's many ways the Lovers could go. Your cards around it will explain it to you. I will tackle this again in the intermediary levels, which will be coming soon. But the cards around it will tell you exactly what you need to know. If it pops up by itself, this is a love. Love of a thing, of a life, of a person, of religion, of spiritual things. It's love, all around love. The Chariot. This is one of my favorite cards. If you notice, he's not holding reins to the Sphinxes. He is driving this chariot by pure will. His will is keeping these that's not the word I want to use. His will is keeping these totally different Sphinxes in union to pull his chariot. Night and day, black and white, just and right, just and unjust, right and wrong. He's got the power to control that and make it do what he wants it to do. This is similar to the Magician card, but more of like in real life magic, I guess is the way to put this in a way that makes sense. That's what it means for me. This is magic, but in real life. This is the Magician, but in the real world. This is magic without needing ceremony. So this is manifestation, law of attraction, but without all of the mumbo jumbo that you tend to find in books about magic. This card would tend to tell you that your will could make this happen. There's several cards that say that, so don't get confused. But this card is very strong. Your will could make it happen. Up there with the Magician in strength. Next is Strength. She's pushing the lion's mouth shut against the lion's will. This is being strong, not letting things break you down. You have the strength to conquer lions within you. You just have to believe in that and find it. This could be a reminder to find that strength. This could be a reminder that strength is in you. The cards around you will tell you more. But just as an individual card, it is all of the things to do with strength and finding it. So that's a good card to get, in my opinion. So long as you listen to it. The Hermit. This is a card I noticed the other day. I had a couple readings where this popped up, and in each reading, the people had it bad. I'm so sorry, the kitten is playing with a ball in the background. Each time this card popped up, my querents had a bad reaction to it. They felt like this was something bad. It is not. This is just telling you to take time to yourself, look within, follow your own star, do what you want to do and need to do for you. This may be time alone, forced, or chosen. The Two of Swords is also time alone, and I can't wait to get to that and explain the way that counteracts with the Hermit. But that is what this is. This is also a teacher. This could be someone who comes into your life that is very closed off, but is very, very much a teacher energy. This could be a spiritual or a magic type teacher, psychic teacher. But that's what that is. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a reminder that what goes around comes around. You could be on the top today, and then you could be on the bottom tomorrow. This could be telling you that your fortune is about to change. The cards around you will tell you how so. If it's by itself, then it's just telling you fortune is at work here. Things you're seeing around you will tell you whether this is good or bad. I know that doesn't help now, but when you get the card, you'll understand. You will pick this card up and you'll think about it and you go, well, I've been having really good luck, so I have good fortune coming. Or my luck has just been really crappy, so things are bad right now, but it will get better. That's what this card will tell you. Justice. This could be marriage. This could be anything you have to go in front of a judge for. This could be court-related things. This could be law-related things. This could be anybody that you go to as a mediator. That is what justice represents. And it's going to be fair. Whatever happens, the scales are balanced. The sword is not pointed towards anyone. So whatever your situation is that justice came up about, expect it to come out fair and unbiased. Even if you feel like it wasn't right, it was the fair judgment, basically, is what I should say. So if you get this card and you have a court case coming, expect to get a fair and unbiased judgment. Even if it doesn't go in your favor, it went the way that it was supposed to. The Hanged Man. So if you see, his foot is tied. His hands are behind his back, but we don't know if they're tied. This foot is not tied. He could pull this foot out, balance himself up, and free himself but he's comfortable where he is. So the Hanged Man could be many things. This could be a person trapped in a situation that they know how to get out of. They just don't want to. This could be being comfortable in a situation, even if you know it's not exactly right. This could be much like Odin tying himself to the tree of knowledge or tree of life, depending on which version you hear, to get psychic gifts. So this could be tying yourself down with a goal in mind. Either way, this is nothing bad. It's just holding yourself down until you get to where you're comfortable or where you know you need to be. That is the things I pick up the most with this. Again, cards around it will change it. We will talk about that. But for a beginner, somebody just introduced to the cards, this is a good way to start. Again, I will say I am doing this as just a new person coming to the cards or a new way of looking at it for somebody. Nothing deep, nothing overwhelming. Death. This card gets the most negative reactions in all of the major arcana, besides the Tower. Death comes for all of us, but in this case, it is not about actually dying. It is about things being let go of to bring new and better things. So this could be letting go of a car that is always breaking down, but you want to hold on to it. Get rid of that junk car for a better car. If you've lost your job, lost your house, lost a relationship, yes, it hurts, but there is new and better jobs, homes, relationships coming. This is for everyone. There is no judgment. You see a king, you see a priest, you see a maiden, you see a child. Death doesn't pick, it doesn't choose. It comes for us all. This transformation is coming to you not for any bad reason, just because the universe says it's time to move on. Next, we have Temperance. This is an archangel. Many say Gabriel, many say Michael. It depends on what you're reading. I just say an angel. And you see the water is going between cups in a way that it shouldn't. This water should be going everywhere. The angel is exerting his will and making it just flow equally between the cups. He's rooted half between the world and half between emotion. So between material things and his spiritual and emotional things. This is telling you that you need more balance in your life. If you think about things, not just in your feelings, but in the real world, you'll see what you need to see. So this is just reminding you to bring balance into your life or to a situation. There's so many things I want to talk about, but I feel like it's for a deeper thing, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But this is about balance and just giving exactly what is needed to the situation. Not too much, not too little. Don't get lost in your feelings and don't get lost in grounded worldly things either. You got to find a good intermediary. Next is the Devil. This is lusts, addictions, love gone bad and obsessive, chasing a person, place, or thing that is not good for you and knowing it. You can get out of the situation. You see how light their chains are? They're not really tied down. They could leave it if they want. So you're aware of the badness in this. You just choose to ignore it. This card is a reminder of that badness and that maybe you shouldn't ignore it. When this card comes up, most times you'll know exactly what it's talking about. This could also be breaking free from those things. It just depends on the cards around you. The next worst card in the major arcana is the Tower. Most people equate this to the Tower of Babel in the Bible. When they built the tower to heaven and God got jealous and struck it down and told them to stop coming into the things that didn't belong to them. This is building things up and having it destroyed, but for a reason. Your tower got too high, you got too closed off. Now it's crumbling down because you need to be brought back to the real world. This could be seeing too much good in a situation. This could be seeing too much bad in a situation. It's either way, you have too much influence on that situation and you're being brought back to ground zero. This is nothing terrible. After this comes good things, just like the Death card. There's room to rebuild. You just got to suffer the little bit of pain first. And of course, this little bit of pain, it's easy for me to say it's a little. For you, it's probably huge. But once you suffer that pain, it's over, it's done, and you can move on. It's not as bad as it seems. Next, we have the Star. This is hopes and dreams, bringing the spiritual into the real world. This is seeing that bright first star and making the wish, hoping for the best. This could be connecting to the world, to your spiritual, to your world, depending. You'll know what this means better than better than I can, especially with no reading at hand. This kitten just does not want you to have hopes and dreams. That's what this card is. This is hopes, wishing for the best, wishes. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to sum that up, really. Now we have Bast here, too. So, now we have the Moon. This could be barking at the moon, barking at something that you can't have. If you ever heard that saying. This could be wishing for something. This could be intuition. This could be secrets. This could be so many things. Psychic insights and intuition. A need for meditation, a need for spirituality. Secrets hidden, the dark side of the moon. This could be basically, the best way to explain this is you will know when this comes up which interpretation you need. But it could be any of those things I just said. You'll know when you see it what it means or what it could mean. If you don't know, then you will soon after. The things that are in the dark never stay in the dark for long. We're almost done. Next we have the Sun. This is all goodness, happiness, light. Nothing is too good, too happy with the Sun card. You're about to just have the happiest time of your life is coming up. You'll get these in cycles, so don't ever feel like you've already had it and it can't be, because it's coming again. This is good outcomes, getting the things you want, happiness, innocence, maybe feeling connected to your childhood, all of those things. The Sun card is everything good. Then we have Judgment. This is the Archangel calling the dead to the revelation. If that makes sense to you, if you're a Christian, this could be, I think pretty much every religion has an end of the world where the angels will come and bring the dead back, give them new life, restore them, connect them to God. This could also be having to make a decision. You'll know when you get the card what it means, but usually it's nothing as big as, dead being brought back to life. It's usually just needing to make a judgment, knowing that you have to make a decision, and deciding which decision is the best for you. No one can decide that for you. At the end of the day, you have to. So that's Judgment. And finally, we have the World. When I get this card, I tend to say it's like having the world in the palm of your hand. You're feeling on top of the world. You feel like you have everything. But this could also be major good fortune. You remember, it does look like the Wheel of Fortune, and it has the same corner characters as the Wheel of Fortune card. You've got everything in balance. Everything is going good. You're dancing. You're happy. This is a very good outcome. This is a very good card to have. Again, you feel like you're on top of the world. Like I said repeatedly throughout the video, this was an introductory video to the major arcana. I did not get into any deep astrological or hidden meanings. This is just a guidebook for beginners, or maybe for someone who has just been feeling disconnected from the major arcana. This is the journey of the Fool through getting to know himself, but that'll be something for the intermediary or to study on your own. This is us as people developing. It could be many things, but like I said throughout the video, and did say throughout the video, I explained the cards, possible general meanings, and remind you that it could be changed by other cards. And we will do another video another time explaining how cards interact. Right now, this is just to get to know the cards. So I hope this was a good video. I hope you all enjoyed watching it. I know it's a little long, but I hope I gave you all a good place to start. Any questions, feel free to ask. Rate, comment, subscribe. Click the little bell down in the box to get notified of each new video. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye.